The first thing you're going to want to do is measure your timing belt, and what you want to do is overlap it by about 1 centimetre. Next, mark it where you're going to want it to be cut, and then 1 centimetre from there in the overlapping area. Next, mark a faint line from one of the lines to the other through the width of the belt, and this is where you're going to cut both pieces of the belt. Next, after you've removed the belt and placed it back how it was, having both the bottom and top pieces where they were, you want to hold it on a surface you're able to cut on, and cut along the line you made from one side of the belt to the other, making a nice diagonal line through both pieces of the belt. This can be quite difficult, but take a few cuts and it should be done. If you've done it correctly, you should be able to line up the belt and the teeth, and they should go together quite nicely. Don't worry if there's slight overlaps on the top and bottom. We will deal with that in just a second. Squeeze out some CA glue on a flat surface. Take a piece of gaffer tape and stick it upside down on a flat surface too. Dip both ends of the timing belt in the CA glue and make sure it's just touching the bits that you're wanting to stick together, and rub it out of the teeth and off the back, and place one side onto the gaffer tape, sticking it down tight, and then you want to line up the other side with it and then stick that down tight too. Take your time here. This is the bit that takes a little bit of jiggery pokering to get in the right place, but once you've done that, use a blade or something just to make sure everything is exactly where you want it and aligned correctly. And once you've done this, leave it to dry for 15 to 20 minutes before doing anything more. When it's dry, remove it from the gaffer tape and it should look a little bit like this. You will have bits of the gaffer tape still stuck to the back, but that's not an issue. In fact, that gives it more strength, to be honest. Next, you're going to want to cut off the little edges that are sticking out. Carefully using a razor blade, just slice along it until you've got a nice straight edge on both sides, and it should look like this. It is as strong as can be. You will be surprised how much strength these actually have. Here I'm going to use all of my force to try and pull it apart carefully, and it is shocking just how strong these actually are.